You know the rules, and so do I. Subscribe!
Say goodbye.
Subscribe now or...
No gonna get you up. No gonna let you down. No gonna turn around and all desert you.
Or desert you.
Subscribe now or suffer the consequences, which are you going down the toilet and eating some poop.
Good God.
Anyways, hi. Thanks for tuning in to a new day 365, my channel on addiction, relapse, and recovery. I'm on the recovery side this week. I think I've been sober for about 8 or 9 days now. Probably like today's Saturday, probably like 8 days. And you know, it's a good day. Thought I'd make a positive video and get back to the readings. Just spending the weekend with my kids. They're something else.
Say goodbye.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah. Well, you know, with this lockdown, there hasn't been anywhere to get my hair cut. Not that I'm into short hair or anything, but my hair's getting pretty long again. Last time I cut it was last August. So, it's been a while. Yeah, I know last video was kind of crazy. You know, I'm a yo-yo, up and down, back and forth, in and out.
You know the rules.
That kind of thing.
Say goodbye.
I went to Toronto and
Subscribe if you know it's good for you.
Stop. And I didn't want to end up living in shelters, right? Like that's not. I'm not keen to that. So back in London, and I'm just gonna do things and do it right this time. Thanks for. Anyways, these are one of the gifts of recovery. Like when I'm sober, I can do this stuff and hang out with these guys, and
Belly's not a guy, first of all.
we have a good time.
Now
Belly's
leave
not a
this
guy.
book. This fine
And,
book.
Okay, so you guys be quiet. Sit down and do your own thing, and I'll read to them. I just want to get into it and read from Daily Reflections on a New Day. Today is February 27th. So let's see what it says. This is like the first or second time I've read out of this book this year, so let's see what it says. A unique stability. Where does AA get its direction? These practical folk and then read Tradition 2 and learn that the sole authority in AA is a loving God as he may express himself in the group conscience. The elder statesman is the one who sees the wisdom of the group's decision, who holds no resentment over his reduced status, whose judgment, fortified by considerable experience, is sound, and who is willing to sit quietly on the sidelines, patiently awaiting developments. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 132 and 135. Into the fabric of recovery from alcoholism are woven the 12 steps and the 12 traditions. As my recovery progressed, I realized that the new mantle was tailor-made for me. The elders of the group gently offered suggestions when change seemed impossible. Everyone's shared experiences became the substance for treasured friendships. I know that the fellowship is ready and equipped to aid each suffering alcoholic at all crossroads in life. In a world beset by many problems, I find this assurance a unique stability. I cherish the gift of sobriety. I offer God my gratitude for the strength I receive in a fellowship that truly exists for the good of all members. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to follow that too well. I don't know what it said because I was listening to these two as I was reading and I wasn't able to make sense of anything I read. Stop it. Stop. This is my video.
Subscribe if you know it's good for you.
So, like, there you go. You see, like, the ups and downs of my life, right? Last week was utter despair. This week, it's losing my patience, but it's anything but despair. This is a life in repair. And then we got From a New Day. Let me read this, please. The better part of valor is discretion. William Shakespeare. Each of us occasionally is harmed or causes harm to others because of our impulsive actions or decisions. We may act quickly and reflexively, or without looking ahead to possible consequences. We may simply allow ourselves to be reckless. Imagine by way of analogy that you are on the shore of an unfamiliar frozen lake. Do you immediately dash headlong toward the center to see how far and fast you can slide? Or do you first test the ice to see if it's safe? Further, do you think carefully about possible dangers, including the fact that no one else is around? And what if you've already impulsively started to cross the lake and the ice has begun to crack beneath you? Do you pay attention and head back, or do you keep going? While it's true there may be times when impulsive actions can pay off, few will disagree that it's usually far wiser to think things through. We take the time to review the possible consequences of our actions and decisions, even in the face of outside pressures such as the impatience of others. We also try to stay in touch with our intuition, paying special attention when our inner voice says no, don't. And when we find that we've already begun to act impulsively, we try to pull back before we get carried away too far. Thought for today: pay special attention to your inner voice, especially when it urges restraint. That one I got to pay attention to, and yeah, I'd have to say, like, I'm an impulsive person, and there's lots of times that come to mind when I remember hearing that inner voice, that nudge in my gut that was like, don't do this, don't do this. I didn't always listen. When I did listen, it paid off, and when I didn't listen, things happen. It's always like, that's one of the things in AA is like think, right? Stop and think. Like, don't overthink a situation, but like really think about, like I said, play the tape forward, right? I know it's gonna happen. My life is on a loop. So I can just look back to last time, play that tape forward, and see, oh, the outcome isn't always so great. Unfortunately, I'm not always I guess I'm not always willing to do that, or just not even aware of it in the moment, because impulses can be strong, but it takes practice like anything else, and then the more you do it, the more I string it together. Like, I remember a good time, right? I'm not that far into my relapse that, like, it's not like, I had a couple good months sobriety before this, and so yeah. And like, it's not like a year into it. Let's end it. I gotta end it now. Have some more good times with these jokers. All right, everyone. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the video.
And
Love you.
remember,
Take care of yourself.